Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about, I've done 1 out of the 3 macronutrients so far on a video, like a full video, explaining why carbs were beneficial last time, my opinion on carbs, how to manage them, and what is best for certain individuals. Because as I say, fitness and health is extremely individualistic because it depends on your goals, how healthy you want to be, how you want to balance it with your own social life. All these different factors come into play. So I'm going to be breaking down the pros and cons of every single macronutrient, overconsumption, underconsumption, that kind of thing. But before we get into the video, go check out the link in the description, the Lean Muscle Protocol, my personal program that I've dropped. Go check that out if you want to build lean muscle and strength as quickly as possible. £15. Go check that out. Also go check out AMPS pre-workout. Use code LEO for 10% off at checkout. So we're going to be talking about fats in this video, and mainly two different kinds of fats. I'm talking about the fats you see on the back of products, saturated fats and just fats, right? Now, fats, first off, are exceptionally important for hormone health. It doesn't matter it does matter what type, but it depends on the foods you get them from, obviously. If we're talking animal proteins, avocados, extra virgin olive oils, those are the best type of fats. I'm not talking about trans fats in McDonald's. I'm not talking about hyper processed or ultra processed seed oils that are going to make you exceptionally inflamed and full of linoleic acid, right? I'm talking about the things that are going to make you feel good and have your hormones optimized as a result. Now, I'm not going to get too scientific with you because I want to break it down in the most basic way possible for most people to understand. Now, saturated fats are not an enemy. I'm going to use this example. Everyone treats saturated fats as like a real bad enemy, and it is actually essential for humans, saturated fats. You need them in your diet for optimal testosterone levels, both men and women. I know I've said this in previous videos, but it's so bloody true. People need to understand testosterone levels, high levels of testosterone is important for both men and women. So, I'm going to use this example. So, eggs have something called HDL, high density lipoproteins, right? Those are considered the good cholesterol molecules, right? So, you can consume as much HDL as you like in theory and be absolutely fine. The building block of testosterone is cholesterol in and of itself. Hence, this is all linked to testosterone. So that's a good thing as well. That's why eggs have been proclaimed as being so good for testosterone boosting and increasing testosterone in general. The next thing is saturated fats, which are low density lipoproteins. Now, I'm not a doctor, it's not advice. This is purely for educational purposes. This is how I understand and interpret the literature. Low density lipoproteins on their own aren't the bad thing. It's when it's combined with sugar, which is high triglycerides. If you have a high level of LDL and have a high level of high triglycerides, that is the problem. That is the problem, like when people eat cake, because you're getting saturated fats and you're getting processed sugar. When you're having all those type of things that are processed, those are the things that cause heart attacks, strokes, that kind of thing. Just moderately high LDL levels on their own aren't necessarily even a bad thing. And there was this guy called Gary Brecker who has gone quite viral recently for this. He stated that when he was in the insurance industry after 20 years, if people have high levels of HDL, not high levels of LDL, moderate or just over average levels of LDL and low triglycerides, he would actually increase their life expectancy. So you get what I'm trying to get at here. I'm trying to make you understand that sugar is actually more of a detriment to you as an individual rather than fat. You need fats. You need fats to be healthy. I don't understand this low fat kind of nature we've gone into nowadays because it's so essential for hormone health. People struggle to have periods, erections, and I know I'm not a woman, so I wouldn't understand how it feels to not have my period, but I'm a guy and I know having low testosterone sucks. So I've been there and I feel the difference. I feel the difference between having low testosterone and high testosterone. So it is really essential to have high levels, moderate to high levels of fat in your diet in order to help yourself feel better and feel as good as possible. As I said before, you want to be aware of the ultra processed fats. I'm talking about the seed oils, it's like hydrogenated oils, those kind of things you kind of get in McDonald's fries and like takeaways and all these different things that you get from fast food places. I mean, I would not consume these on a regular basis purely because I know that they're so processed. The rule of thumb is if something is minimally processed, usually it is better for you. And that's pretty good logic, but people have no idea how common processed food is nowadays. They don't look on the back of the ingredients of things. Luckily, people are realizing a little bit more now. They're going for higher fat yogurts and milks, which is great because fat is good for your brain. Your brain needs cholesterol to function. Your body needs cholesterol to function. You need fats in your diet. This is why I'm trying to preach this, is because I believe that low-fat diets are really detrimental for you. You need to be satiated. Don't get me wrong, fats have the highest calories at 9, okay, in comparison to, say, carbs and protein, but they will satiate you the most out of everything. If you have a high-fat, high-protein meal, say like steak and eggs, you're going to be satiated and it's going to keep you lean, it's going to increase your testosterone levels, and you're going to feel great as a result. I'm not even afraid to admit that a lot of my diet is eggs and red meat because it makes me feel the best. It makes me feel the best because it's minimally processed, it has all the nutrients you need in, bar vitamin C. People fail to realise how nutrient dense these things are that have fats, these meats that have fats and these eggs that have fats. They need to be, they're synchronized for a reason, and eggs have every single vitamin you need apart from vitamin C, as I just said before, but also red meat is incredibly anti-inflammatory, like I said in my short form content the other day. Check that out on TikTok, Leo Trains, right? Little plug there. But yeah, you get my point. Full of zinc, choline, cholesterol, all these different things you need to feel your best, act your best, cognitive function. And these things in the gym, they're the best for muscular recovery as well, because you need iron, high levels of iron, which are in red meat. You need all these different things. And I think we've forgotten as a society, well, not even just as a society, but just as individuals, we've forgotten how important these fats are for us. And we need to be making sure we're having more of them, which is absolutely fine, and you can gradually do that. I'm not saying to eat sticks of butter before anyone goes, oh, what about this? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about moderate levels of saturated fat, moderate levels of fat in general is absolutely good for you, right? That's the bottom line. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I hope you found it informative, and I shall see you later.